today's live stream. How are you doing? It's so nice to see everyone. Let's just wait for a few moments to begin and then we can then get started. Okay, welcome to episode 11 of today's live stream. So let me know where you're watching from and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. Hello, welcome. So excited to have every one of you here. Um, just a second, please. So let's wait for a few moments for everyone to join and then we can get started with today's live session. So please let me know where you're watching from and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. For those who are just joining for the first time, hi, I'm Mavi Squats. Here in my channel, I share relatable and funny videos, and I also share DIY stuffs, and now I also share content creation tips with everyone so that they will be able to learn how to grow their channel. Hi, Erema Obiani. Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to today's live stream. This live session promises to be an amazing one because the caption is how to use captions to make your videos impossible to ignore. So that is what we are going to be focusing on today. So let me know where you're watching from and then we can get started. So first, let me just wait for a few moments for others to join so that we can all benefit from this session. Hi Squat Anime Series, how are you doing? How is your day going? How is everything going? Let me see. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're joining for the first time, hello. Let me know where you're watching from and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. Hello everyone. Okay. So let's wait for a few moments and then we can get started with today's training that we have in the creator era. So now this is the episode 11. We are in episode 11 already. And today we are going to be considering the power of captions. How to make your captions what will make the videos to stand out. Hi Obi and Kim. How are you doing? Oh, Squat Anime Series, you're fine. I'm also doing fine. Thanks so much for asking. How is your day going? Welcome. Please let me know if you're joining us for the first time. Let me know where you're watching from so that I'll be sure to give you a shout out. You can say hi and I'll also be sure to read it out and then give you a shout out. Welcome. Those who are watching for the first time, I'm Mavi Squats and here I share videos that can entertainment is where I am, like comedy stuffs. Yeah. I hope I joined early today. Yeah, you're early today, Obin Kim. Welcome. So excited to see you here today. You are early today's session and I'm so excited to see you here. So and you could just say hello or hi and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. Okay. Something just came up. Just a second. Hi, your girl. How are you doing? How is the day going? Thank you all so much. I appreciate the way we are all interacting in this live session for today. It's so exciting for me to see everyone here today. And today it's going to be about how we can go about building our captions, making it to be something that it is worth watching the videos, to make the videos to be worth watching. Okay. Hi Linda Hapoch, how are you doing? How is everything going? So I'm so excited to see every one of us here today, and in today's session we will always have the Q&A, of course. So this Q&A is to ask questions, your questions on based on content creation or based on what we've taught today, so that we can all learn and grow together. All right. So that is what we will be considering for today. In today's live session, we are going to be considering how to go about writing hooks, adding hooks and captions that will help your videos to be able to go well. That's an interesting topic. I'm very happy that you agree, Obi Inkim. That's very nice. I'm so excited to know that every one of us, we are here today and we are all prepared to get ready for what we have on board, right? So as usual, I saved a lot of notes on this topic because I always do research on this topic so that we'll be able to get out the main points out of it all, the key points. So I wrote them all out. I'm just scrolling through so that I'll be able to get it, all in check. Okay. Hi, Scartoons. How are you doing? How is your day going? How is everything? This is Saturday. How is your weekend going? It's true. Today is Saturday. How is your weekend going? Let me know if you're watching us. Let me know how your weekend is going. And I'll be sure to also read them out, the chat. Ooh, which reminds me, let me set it to all. I always have to remember to set it to all so that I will not miss anyone's chat over here. We're doing well. That's so great to know. So, thank you all. In today's live session, we are going to be considering just a moment. Let me see. There's a bit of glitch over here. Just a second, please. All right. So welcome once again. We've already gotten seen everyone how we are doing. Once again, I'm Mavi Squats. If you're just watching for the first time, I'm Mavi Squats. So exciting to see everyone today. So if you have ever wondered why some videos they instantly pull in, why others they just get scroll past, you may be wondering that what is happening. Could it be the edits? In some cases it could be the edits, but in most cases the secret is not just the video, okay? It's the caption and the hook that you give to that video. That is what makes that video to do well. So in this live, we are going to break down the simple but powerful ways to craft your captions that can connect, that can convert and captivate your audience. Whether you're into the lifestyle, beauty, fashion, comedy, relatable skits, or if you're into nature content, the captions can help your videos to be able to be seen and even remembered. All right, so you don't need to be a pro in writing an elaborate caption. You just need to be a creator that is willing to learn how to say more with less. And by the end of this life, you feel more confident. You feel more confident when it comes to writing captions, and that captions, it will be one that can fit any niche. I know exactly how to keep your audience curious, engaged, and clicking on your content. All right, so to get started with, we are going to be considering the captions, the hook. How do you go about establishing all of these? That is what I'll be explaining. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please be sure to ask them in the comments if you're watching the replay, or in the chat if you're here live with us, and I'll be sure to read them out during the Q&A that we'll be having very soon after this session. Okay? Now, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Before anyone even watches your video, all right, it glitched a bit, I'm sorry. So let's be real. Before anyone ever watches your videos, the caption is the first impression that comes up. It's the first thing that people notice. It is just like the cover of a book. Now, if the cover of a book looks boring, people will not want to open it. They will assume that the whole content is just bland. But when the cover of that book is engaging, like see it, if it looks so interesting, you'll be like, oh, I want to see what is inside there. So no matter how good the story may be, if that cover of the book is not interesting to look at, if it doesn't look like mysterious or captivating, people will not want to read it because they will just already assume that it is not looking fine. It's the story is just dull. So a good caption needs to be having these three things. It needs to have this curiosity in it. Curiosity, like making people want to know more. It also needs to have clarity, and it needs to have clickability. So these are the three C's it needs to have. Curiosity, making people want to know more about the video. It also needs to have clarity, like people tell people immediately what that video is about. And then clickability, which is about making it to feel like I cannot miss this, I need to watch this video, I need to know what it's about. Let me give you an example to explain this part. Let's say you are into all this day in my life vlogs, for instance. Let's say you add as the caption my morning routine. Now that is the caption, it looks nice, it looks okay, but that doesn't really give someone the feeling of let me click on it, because they will be like, your morning routine, okay, and so what is the next thing for us? But when you make something like, for instance, this the morning habit that changed my entire day. Now, do you see what came about it? Did you notice the difference? From my morning routine to the morning habit that changed my entire day. This difference is there. There is a difference. One of it is that there is information, not just the information. For the first one, we get the idea that yes, it is your morning routine, that is an information. But this part of the morning habits that changed my entire day, it helped us to see a promise of transformation. And people definitely love transformations. They want to see stories of how you came from this to that. They want something that as a story to help them to know what is going to happen next. So it adds that curiosity to your videos. It also makes it to be clear what they will be expecting, that is a morning routine that changed your day, and even made it to want to click on it. People want to click on it to know exactly what was that morning routine, morning habit that changed your entire day. So here is the secret to writing a good caption. You do not need to overcomplicate it, okay? You don't need to overcomplicate it. Just ask yourself this question. If I saw this caption, okay? Imagine that you are like the viewer. So put yourself in the viewer's shoes. If I saw this caption, would I stop and click? If the answer is no, then you could tweak it a little until you would actually click on it. So give it an engaging caption. And depending on the niche you are in, I wrote down some notes that can help you to write hooks that work in any niche, whether you are into lifestyle, comedy, or relatable videos, or nature, or travel vlogs, or even beauty and fashion, or day in my life vlogs. So if you are into any of this niche, I wrote down some hooks that can definitely help you out. Remember, we are following the three C's to make it: curiosity, clarity, and clickability. These are the three C's that can help you when you are writing hooks. Curiosity. The second is clarity. The third is clickability. Okay? Now, let's break down the hooks. So, a hook, when we say a hook, for those who may not know, when we mention a hook, it is literally the first line of your video that grabs attention. You can think of it as giving a handshake to someone before you start a conversation. So if the handshake, if it's weak, if you just shake someone, you're not feeling confident about that handshake, the conversation will not even start, because they'll be like, maybe you don't like me and stuff, so the conversation just ends. But when you shake someone with confidence, they'll be like, yeah, you trust me, I like where this is going, and then we start the conversation. A hook is like that. The hook has to be captivating, something that has this confidence and grabs attention of people. So I'm going to show you some hooks that can work in different niche. So if you're working in beauty and fashion, for instance, you can try something like this. You can add as a caption. I'm just giving you ideas that can inspire you. So if you're adding a caption with this niche of beauty and fashion, you can try something like, I bet you've been doing this wrong your whole life. That would make people to be like, hang on, what have I been doing wrong the whole time? That is curiosity. Do you see what just happened? You just wrote that caption instead of um I my new lipstick gloss, maybe is a new lipstick combo, lip combo you tried out. You could just add something like, I bet you've been doing this wrong your whole life. You make people to be thinking like, wait, what have I been doing wrong the whole time? Is there something I've not done right? You've made them curious to know. And you've made that video to be clickable because they'll be like, no, 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 I cannot miss this. What if this is some information that can help me perfect my lip combo that is for beauty and fashion, okay? And then you've made people to sort of clarify it. You've clarified the video that this video is going to show them how to go about with the lip combo. So instead of just blankly stating my lip combo, how I go about my lip combo, just type something like, I bet you didn't know, I bet you've been doing this wrong your whole life. That will make people to be curious and want to click the video, and more importantly, it makes the video clear. They can know what to expect from it. And then when you give them that value, it definitely helps to make your videos to do well. Okay, now if it's something like lifestyle, you could make it to be for lifestyle. You could make it to be that this tiny change made my life so much easier. Now people will be wondering, what is that change? That is it. So make it to be that your captions are something that arouse curiosity. That is the idea. They need to arouse curiosity. They also need to make people to be clear, it will help them to clarify what the video is about, and it will also make it to be that they will not want to miss that video that you have put on. They want to know exactly what is going on in that video. Okay, so we've considered for the beauty and fashion, we've also considered for the lifestyle, and if you are someone into comedy and relatableness, you could just add like a POVs. I do use POVs. POV means point of view, and you could add something like, with the POV, depending on the content, you could say, when your bestie eats your food but they say they are not hungry. That is a good one. It makes people to look at it from the comedy aspect. They'll be able to see that, okay, you have a best friend, they say they don't want to eat but they still decided to eat. So it is from your point of view that you're showcasing that video. That is the POV aspect of it all. You could be playing the role as the bestie and the role as the friend of the bestie. So that is a way in which you can create engaging hooks that arouse curiosity, make them want to click it, and is about clarity. It needs to be clear. These three C's are very, very important. It is very important that you go about with it. So if you are into someone probably into nature or travel, let's say you want to add a caption and you're thinking, what should I put? So you could add for nature or travel, depending on the kind it is. You could use something like wait until you see the sunset that left me speechless. This is for nature and stuff. You could add for, depending on what it is, if you are someone that is into traveling and vlogs, you could add something like, wait until you see the sunset that left me speechless. So it would be targeted to audience that love those nature vibes, the travel vlogs and the rest. So each of this content, you need to first of all make sure that it starts with curiosity. Make it to be clear, and make it to be something that will make people to not want to miss. Make it to be that clickable. All right, so let me give you these 3 golden rules for the hooks. If you're watching this live, you can take notes down because it is very, very helpful. The first one is to start with curiosity. Think of cliffhangers. Like when you watch a movie, what makes a movie so good is when there are cliffhangers. Like sometimes some movies start in unexpected ways, and those unexpected ways, when you see it, you'll be like, hang on, what is the next thing that is going to happen? And all of a sudden, you just see to be continued, or you see the start of the video. So it will make you to be like, oh no, I want to know what is going on in this video. So these are like cliffhangers, starting with curiosity that will make people to be like, hang on, what is going on? Which side is this? Where is that? Make it to be something that starts with curiosity. Okay, that is the first C. Oh, Obi and Kim, these are powerful tips. I'm so happy to know that you enjoy them. I'm very happy to know about that. So make all right, make sure they start with curiosity and then keep it simple. Do not over explain in the first 3 seconds, okay? Keep it simple and clear, and make it to feel personal. Like speak directly to the viewer, not at them. Don't speak as though you're talking to camera. Talk as though you're talking to your friend. So don't make it to be that you're talking to a camera, but it is to your friend that you're talking to. These three can help you to be able to write a captivating caption that will attract your audience to your videos. It will definitely work. Now this, it takes constant practice. It will not happen automatically, okay? And so when you practice this constantly and be consistent with it, you will definitely see the results in it. So here's a challenge for you. If you're live right now, drop your niche in the chat and I'll give you like a custom hook idea so that we can share tips on how to grow together. So let me know if you're in this live, just drop your niche. And for those who are also with us, let's see, I'll give you like a custom hook idea, and then we can figure it out how we can go about it all together. So we can think of this as the interactive aspect of this session for today. So for those who are live, tell me what your niche is, and then we can go about it. Just a second. We can go about considering how we can go about the custom hook ideas that you can use for your next channel, your next video actually. So let me see in the chat. All right. Okay. So let me just see how to go about it. So if you have any niche, if you're into lifestyle, or if you're into what's it called, comedy as I am, or if you're into relatable videos, or if you're into beauty and fashion, whatever it is, let me know, and then I would just give you like a custom hook idea that you can use for your next videos. All right, so let me know. Let me read through the comments while I tick these parts out. The notes that I've made, I want to tick them out so that we know that we've gone for that part. Just a second. So let me know in the chat. If you're watching the live stream, let me know as well which one it is. So all right, I've checked this parts out already so that it will be easier for us to know which one it is, and then we can go about it all together. All right, so let me check the chats. Let me see how many. Okay, we have someone that says anime from Squad Anime series. All right, so if you are into sort of like anime, if you're into something like anime, another person said my niche is comedy. Your girl says daily vlogs. Scored 2 said movie reviews. Sorry about that. Okay, so if you are into either of these, let me start from the first one, Squad Anime series, and then we'll take it one at a time. So like I said, it will be a custom hook idea. It's supposed to give you an idea on how to go about in writing your captions. So it's not like I'm giving you like, it's just a way of inspiring you so that you'll be able to write a captivating caption. So let's see. Just a second. This thing wants to turn off. I don't know why. It's on. Okay. So for Squad Anime series, we have anime. That is what Squad's anime series dropped out for us. Okay. If you want a custom hook idea, okay, if you are into that, you could use I'm not into animes, but for those who are anime creators, the ones that I've watched so far, because I sometimes do see the edits and stuffs. So here are some that you can use as a caption, or if you want a text overlay. Okay, Squats anime series. So you could make it to be in the format of a review or opinion style, or you could make it to be like a challenge or engagement, or you could make it to be cosplay. You know, cosplay when you dress up as a character, or acting skit. You could even make it to be aesthetics or clips, those edits that you see. Yes, so you could make it to be either of these. Now for the caption, these are some of them based on how it is. This is what I would suggest that you can use. Let's say it's for review and opinion style. You could use something like, this anime is underrated and you can't change my mind. So people will be like, what is underrated? That would be that curiosity, and make it to be clickable because they will want to know what it is about. And that would make it to be that the videos are like clear that it is about an anime. You said it is underrated, so it will make it to be easier. People will be like, okay, this is what I'm to expect from your videos as animation. But now if it is something about engagement or challenge, you could decide to say as the caption, name an anime that broke your heart in one word. Okay, I've seen some like that. Even for some K-drama clips, I've seen some like that. They'll be like, name a K-drama video, or in your case, an anime. Name an anime that broke your heart in one word. Or if you had to erase one anime forever, which one goes? You know, that will make people to want to engage with your caption, with your videos, because they'll be like, I want to tell you my own opinion, I want to share my thoughts with you. And that can help you in building a good caption. Make it to be curiosity, build that curiosity in for your videos. Make it to also be that the videos are something that people would want to click on, and make it to be something that it is clear, that will make people to understand that, okay, this is what the video is about. All right, so if it's about cosplay or acting, if you are working on either of those, you could use POVs. I've seen some POVs, not really anime, like for other characters as princess and stuffs, especially when a new movie comes out, animations, you see people cosplaying that role. So you could try something like POV, when you try to act cool like an anime protagonist, but reality hits. So you could use either of these. It could definitely help you out in your adding of a caption, making it to be clickable, adding curiosity, and making it to be clear for your videos. Alright, Squad Anime series. Hopefully it helps you. Now, Obi Inkem said that it is comedy that they are into. Now, comedy, it has a vast field, it's vast. So if it's for comedy, here are some custom hooks ideas that can help you out. You could try, for if it's a relatable skit that you are building, or a situational comedy, like maybe when you say that moment when your brain decides to remember the most embarrassing thing you have done. So it depends on the situation, but if it's something like a relatable skit, here is like a custom hook idea that I can suggest for you, because it's something I'm also into, so it will be easier to explain this part. So I'll still try to explain the other ones too. For the anime, it's because I've been seeing the edits, so that's why I have a bit of an idea on that. All right, but anyway, if you're able to use the three golden rules: curiosity, clarity, and clickability, it will help you to write a captivating caption. So for the comedy, you could use a relatable skit, for instance, POV, which stands for point of view, like When you tell yourself just one more episode at 3 a.m. Now, this happens a lot. Like when you tell yourself, okay, after this episode, I'm going to watch another one. So it makes people to, it's already making people to be curious. Like, did you really watch this movie at 3 a.m.? It also makes it to be clickable. Like, I want to see this. I want to look at the person making this video. I want to see how they are actually watching, or if what kind of movie it is they are watching that kept them up at 3 a.m. And it also makes people to be clear. It makes it to be clear because they know that, okay, you are talking about staying up late at night to watch a video, and I would like to see how far it goes. So those three C's have already been included in that caption. They've been used in that caption. The curiosity, clarity, and clickability. Clickability. Okay, if it's something that has to do with a challenge or a game style for comedy, because comedy is vast. So if it's for something like challenge, you say try not to laugh, but you can't make it past 5 seconds. So you've made it to be curious, like what is it that is going to make me to laugh? Making it to be clear that it is a video that it's funny, and you've made it be clickable. Like you've already challenged me to say that I cannot pass 5 seconds. I must see it and try it out to know if I can pass that 5 seconds. That way you have included those three C's: the curiosity, the clarity, and clickability. All right, so hopefully these custom hooks ideas that I'm sharing with you, it will help you to be able to know exactly how to go about crafting your next video for the caption, whether it's for text overlay or for the caption itself. So it can definitely help you out. Okay, your girl, you said the daily vlogs is where your niche is into. Okay, a daily vlog could include a lot of things. It could include morning routines, behind the scenes, or personal styles. It could be like a mini drama. It could be, basically it's about your daily life. That's the way I feel it is. Well, if you are building something like that, you will need to make it to be as though you're talking to a friend. So you could even add it to be like it has this relatable start to it. For instance, let's say it's a morning routine that you are making a video of. Maybe you woke up in the morning, you show your bed, how you woke up. If you're looking for a caption, here is like a custom hook idea that can help you out. Whether you want to put it as a text overlay, or you want to put it for the caption, that text that you add for your video, and then hit post, that is the caption itself. Okay, so if you want to add it, you could use the POV. It does work a lot. I've seen a lot of these daily routines, they do use that POVs. It does work out well for them. The POV makes it to be that it's their point of view that they're showing to you, and you would want to see the point of view. So you could make it to be POV. You wake up and immediately regret all your bad decisions. You just make it to be something that will make people to be engaged. Or you could make it to be that if you've ever wondered what a student day actually looks like, come with me. So that will add that curiosity for those who are students. They'll be able to say, okay, let me see if I can relate to what you're talking about, or let me see what it is that you are talking about, if you're a student or a creator or a worker. So that behind the scenes, it makes it feel a bit personal. If you've ever wondered what a student or a creator or a worker day actually looks like, come with me. So you could add that as well. You could even make it to be like funny and chaotic. You could make it to be like, I almost didn't make it to class today because. So that gives that curiosity, like what made you go late to school. And it also includes the clarity that, okay, you went late, now explain yourself. Even makes it to be more clickable because people will be like, I want to see what happened. Like it's a story you're telling and I do not want to miss it. So this is how you can include the three C's. If you notice, in each of these captions, we start off with curiosity. After curiosity, we make it to be giving it a reason for them to click on it, and making the caption clear so that you'll be able to get an idea of what that video is about. All right. So in case you are working on either the morning routine or behind the scenes, this can definitely help you out to be able to get a hook idea for your next video. All right, so your girl, that is what I would suggest to you. I hope to see how it turns out well for you. Okay, now cartoons, you said movie reviews. All right, movie reviews, it's about telling your own opinion. Okay, like you give your own opinion, and then people will be like, okay, I like your opinion on this, or I do not like your opinion on that. So here are some that you can see, especially when that new Lion King movie came out. I know a lot of movie reviewers that came up and started telling their own side as to how they expected the video to be on this and that, and people engaged based on how the caption went. So if you are working in this movie review style for cartoons, okay, if you are into that movie review style, um, here's what I would suggest for you. Okay, here's what I would suggest that you do. You can try opinion or a hot take like the one I saw. It was something like on unpopular opinion, the movie wasn't worth the hype. Now honestly speaking, it would add this kind of bold opinion to it, because people will be like, what do you mean it wasn't worth the hype? Like imagine a new movie came out and you are into this movie review stuffs, and you say, you know what, this movie wasn't worth the hype, and people, they may actually say something, but that is just from what I've seen, that is just like an idea on how they go about with it. Now if you're adding your own, you could add something that has like a relatable reaction to it. Like if it's a video that has an emotional part, you could add like, raise your hand if you cried at this part. So it could be the part 1 or episode 10. So the idea of the caption is to make sure that the video it that you have made, the caption should support it, in that it should add curiosity. It should also add clarity, making it clear what your video is about, and making it to be having the clickability feature, in that you give the people the impression of that they cannot miss that video that you've posted. There is something in there that you have, that you shared in that video, that they need to see. So that is the idea of giving a caption. So for the movie reviews, you can add a suspenseful, or you can add curiosity, like, here's the one thing that this movie got completely wrong. For those who watch Lion King, you've often seen this kind of captions in them. Okay, you could even add the twist. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Let's talk about it as the caption. You could even add comparison. If you loved this movie, you will either be obsessed over that movie. So just make it to be that it's as though you're talking to a friend and you're giving them a reason, making them to be curious, like, what is this video about? And also making it to be that it's clear, like when we see the video, we can get a clear idea of what that video is supposed to be about. That caption should support the video. That is the idea of this. So the 3, as I've mentioned, it needs to have curiosity. The video caption must start with curiosity. It needs to have that. And then it needs to have clarity, what that video is about, people, what they should get from that video. It needs to be clear, and it also needs to be having that clickability, like people should feel that I don't have to miss this, I need to see what this video is about. These 3, the 3 C's, are what the videos should have. Okay, so if someone is asking about that, if you are like a movie reviewer, you can use like unpopular opinion, that blockbuster everyone is hyping about, mid at best. People will just stay and then want to give you their opinion, whether they agree with you or they do not agree with you. So for those who are into anime, comedy, daily vlogs, or movie reviews, hopefully the tips I've shared with you can help you out when it comes to adding like a caption for your videos. So it will definitely help you out. All right, now for adding the captions, we've considered that part. Now One thing that can help you out when you're adding captions is when you use good editing. So when you've gotten the idea of how to go about with the captions and hooks, as I've mentioned, you need to know how to pair them with the editing. You can use captions on screens. This is what literally this length or over the head. Either ways, when you are able to add that, it will keep people's eyes glued, especially attention spans that we have these days. Small thing, if you're not able to have this engaging video, people just tend to scroll. So you need to use like a text on screen to through the content to understand what is going on in that video. That can actually support the caption you've written on your post so that you can be able to post it out. So you could write these captions on screen. You don't need to write the full sentences. You can use bold, short bold phrase that would pop. For example, let's say you want to add like a caption, like maybe something happened and you are like, I can't believe this. Can't believe this happened. We already have the caption right there. The caption could be something like, I almost missed class because of this. So it won't make sense to add, I can't believe this happened here. You could use a bold and short phrase like, wait, what? You know, that wait, what? It makes people to be like, what happened? I just saw your caption. It says this, and then I'm seeing text on screen. Wait, what? So this is how the editing can help you with your caption. You'll be able to use it, and then it would get this sort of engagement, like people would be aroused. It would arouse curiosity, like what exactly is going on. So the goal of the captions is to make it feel like part of the entertainment, not just plain text. All right, make it to feel that it is not just plain text. Make it to be something that will support what you've written text on screen, so that it will be easier for you to see exactly how to go about it when you're adding the videos. All right, so quick question. Let me know in the chat if you're watching the live with us, the live. Let me know in the chat. Quick question for you all. I would like to know your own opinion here. Now, do you usually add captions to your videos, or I don't really do that? Nah, let me know in the chat. If you actually do add captions to your videos, let me know in the chat. Let me click the spots out. Let me know in the chat if you have done so that we will know how we can go about it. We've seen for the custom hooks ideas how to go about it all. Now let me know in the chat if you use captions in your videos, like text on screen, like text in your videos. Let me know if you do so that we can know how to go about it all, because the purpose of this live series is to help each and every one of us to be able to grow as a content creator. It's not just entertainment that this channel is about. It's to help every one of us to grow in our content journey. All right, so thanks for your explanation. I'm so happy you are benefiting from this OB income. Scortoon said no. Okay. Squad Anime Series says yes. And your girl says no. Okay. So here is the thing. Whether you are into all right. So whether you are already adding these captions or not, do not worry. So far as you are able to benefit from this session for today, it will help you to know exactly how to go about adding the captions. You can add text on screen. It will help you out. And then you can also decide to add a caption to support that text on screen. So if you're adding the captions, just use short bold phrases. Let's say it's something that has to do with daily life. You can decide to use a short but bold phrase, like you wouldn't believe what happened could be the caption. The text on screen could be something like, wait, what happened? No, or wait, what? I didn't expect that. So you could add that. It doesn't have to be one long sentence like that. Just use a short but bold phrase that would go well with the caption and make it to be engaging all the same. All right. For those who are just joining us now, welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited to see you all here. And I'm so excited to know that we are all joining today. So if you have any questions, let me know in the chat because very soon we are going to start with our beloved Q&A sessions where we will be having questions that can help us to be able to grow together. So if you have any questions, let me know. In the Q&A session, I'll be answering them. So you can take the time now to ask the questions and then you can go ahead to ask them. Even if you're shy, don't feel too shy, okay? No one is going to laugh at you. We're not going to mock your work. We're just here to grow together. It's a safe space, okay? It's a community that we are building together. So if you have any questions whatsoever, just ask your questions and I'll get back to you. Depending on what it is, whether it is like a hook or whether the question is about captions or content creation in general, let me know and I'll get back to you. So let's just wait for a few moments. For those who are just watching, welcome. Now, if you are seeing me for the first time, I'm Mavi Squats, and here in the channel I share DIY stuffs, also relatable and funny skits, and I also share content creation tips that has helped people to grow in their content creation journey. And yes, someone mentioned me in their channel. They just created their own channel and their first post, they launched that first post. That was about 2 days ago. I was really excited to see it. Really, this live series is to help people, and when I see people actually implementing the tips that are being shared here, I feel encouraged to continue with this live series because it helps me to know that people are actually practicing what I am sharing with you all today. So if you have any other suggestions, you can also share them in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the live series. So you can share it whether in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay so that we can all benefit from it. So let me see if you have any questions. Let me know. If you have anything that you feel stuck on, you can share it with us. This is a live series, the creator era that we are into. So let me see how we can go about it all. Okay, while we wait for others to keep writing their own questions, let's see yet another thing that can help us when we are adding captions to our videos. One other thing that can help us to make it to be all the more captivating. So if you are into lifestyle or beauty or fashion, whatever it is, first of all, take note that adding captions can bring your videos to life because the caption is just like the cover of a book. If the cover of the book is boring, people will not want to read it because they see it as being dull and stuff. But when you are able to add those 3 C's, add curiosity, clarity, and clickability, it will bring that video to life. It will make people want to click on that video. It will make people to be like, I want to watch your video. I want to see what you've gotten in that video. I want to understand it. And then when you are editing the videos, remember the text on screen does not have to be a long sentence. You can say more with less. How you can go about it is by using bold but short phrases. For instance, instead of saying no, I don't know how this could have been, or I don't know what happened here, you could just add wait, what, for instance. Okay, you could add that way. It will feel fast, fun, and even scroll stopping as well. So for those of us who have questions to ask, this is your opportunity to ask them. All right, so let me just wait for a few seconds right here. Let me take this part off first so that we can now ask questions, so that we can see how we can benefit from it all. So If you are also into the content creation journey, if you're starting out or you are just feeling stuck, don't worry. This session we are going to see for today. The other sessions have been on how to help content creators around the globe to be able to go ahead and start off in their journey. From episodes 1 to 10, you have been able to see a lot of content that has been shared. The ideas that I've shared with you guys, I've mentioned it. So this hopefully can help you out to be able to grow in your content creation journey. All right, let me just take this just a few moments. One of these, let me see. Let me take this part so that I'll be sure that we have handled that part. Because when I tick all these parts, I know the parts we've gotten through. I always like to keep them neat and organized. So for those who have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll come back to you, and then we can go through the questions that are being asked and see how we can go about it all, benefiting in all of them. Okay. All right. I've checked for that part. I've checked for let me see. So these are what we have. All right, so I'm done with that part. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you do not have, thanks for joining, and I'm really happy that we are all here today. Okay, there's some questions that are actually here. Ooh. Okay, so here are some of the questions that we have in our session for today. So I'm going to start from the first one. I had to just quickly working out, I don't know why, so I have to make sure that this thing that I've written down, they are all saved so that I will not mix it up with the other notes that I've been making so far. All right, so your girl, you asked a question. Squats anime series asked the question. Cartoons, wow, we have questions here. Okay, let me, I've not scrolled down for a while. Oh my gosh, so sorry about that. So let me see. For all right, so for the answers, you said, what's the funniest or most random hook you've ever seen online? This question is asked by your girl. She asked a question that states, all right, your girl asked a question that states, what's the funniest or most random hook you've ever seen online? Oh yeah, I've seen one actually. It was the world's most relatable video. When I saw that, I was like, what? What is the world's most relatable video? Like, what is it about? That is the most random that I've seen. Because I was like, what made the caption alone, it made it feel as though of all the hook relatable videos, this was the one with the most. So I was like, I have to see it. I need to understand it. Like, what exactly could be in that video that is the most world relatable video? And I saw it, and it was funny though. Yeah, I forgot the creator that did it, but it was very funny back then. All right. So the Scott anime series asks, who feels like they struggle the most with writing? You're asking a question in the chat. Okay. What's one small win you've had with your content this week? Um, I would think that it's for me. If the question is, what's one small win you've had with your content this week? To be honest with you, if it's for me, I believe that for me, I've been able to write better captions, especially after I did the research on these captions. I've been working on making the captions to be engaging and to also support my videos, and yeah, it's been working very well. And so hopefully it will also help you out. Like, the question you asked is, what's one small win you've had with your content this week? For me, it is the videos, the way I'm making it to be more engaging. So that is what I've been able to have for my own channel, the relatable and funny DIY stuff. That is what I've been able to have with this part. So yeah, if you had to describe your content style in one word, what would it be? Is for me, if I had to describe my content in one word, like in one word, I would call it extraordinary. Okay, in one word, because it's supposed to be about funny and relatable stuff, but at the same time it's something that has to do with helping people out. So I'll call it in one word. If it were in one sentence, it would have been easier because it would have been in one sentence. But if it is in one word, if I want to describe my content style in one word, what will it be? Now, if you had said if it is in one sentence, I could have said it is a space where people can feel and get entertained, and I share tips with people and stuffs. But if it's in one word, I would call that, I really would not know exactly what it would be because I've not really thought about it. But if it's in a sentence, then yeah, I would call it a community where people feel entertained and where they also learn from DIY stuffs and how they can also learn to grow as content creators. So it's a space for everyone, a space, a community that I'm growing for everyone. Yes, I do add captions. However, listening to your explanations will help me adjust better. I'm so happy to know it will help you out. Obi in game. So I'm so happy to know that it also helps you out in your journey. So now, yeah. Also, the thumbnails can also help you with your captions to add spice to it. All right, you can also add spice to it, and it will help you out to be able to know with your thumbnail. If you are into the long form content, you can add thumbnails. The thumbnails, you could also add some text overlay that will support the caption, like, you would never believe what happened, or something new that could happen as a news or vlog, whatever it is. You could just put it out as a content. Use the thumbnail. Remember to use the bold but short phrases that would just attract people's attention. Make sure that they include the 3 C's, which are the curiosity. It needs to start with curiosity. It also needs to have the clarity. Make the video clear, like video, and also make it to be clickable, like something that people cannot afford to miss. So that is how the video is supposed to be. When you're making the videos, it should be as though you are sharing something to your friend, the way you would explain it. And then what can help you is when you consider the caption you want to write, and then you ask yourself, if I were to see this video, would I click on it? So that would definitely help you out to know how to go about adding captions to your videos. Okay, so happy that all of you are benefiting from it today. This is currently our afternoon time, so I thought that by this time it would be a great time for us to begin rather than later in the evening when it would be a bit late. So I decided to try it out now so that we can all benefit from it. So if you are into something like lifestyle, I've already mentioned for lifestyle. I've also mentioned for beauty and fashion. I've also mentioned for entertainment and comedy. And I've also mentioned for things that have to do with daily vlogs. And if you are into either of these, the tips that I've shared with you can definitely help you out. Now, if you are into something else like health or nature, let's say you are into health or nature, here are some tips that can help you out, like custom hooks that you can use for a nature or health content. if you're someone that is into, I've seen some of them that are like that, like nurses and all the rest. So if you're into health, or you love health or herbal teas, if you want like a custom hook idea that would include the 3C, clarity and clickability, here are some custom hooks that can help you out. So you could add something like, if it's for herbal tea, you could make something to be like, you're drinking this wrong and it's secretly making you tired. Now, what am I drinking wrong? That is the curiosity that it brings. Now, I'm drinking this wrong. Okay, you've made it clear that the video is to help me to know how to drink it the right way, if it's for the herbal tea. And you've also made it clear that it is about something that I cannot afford to miss. So you've added that reason for me to click on that video. I'm so happy to know that you are enjoying this live stream, Irema Obiani. I'm so happy to know that. And then you could also add something like, you are brushing your teeth but missing the most important step. So if it's for health, you could include that. If it's someone that is into nature, you could add something like, this plant could survive even if you forgot it for a month. Now someone will be like, what plant is it? You've made it to be curious. You said it can survive. You've made it clear that there's a plant that can actually survive. You've made it, giving them a reason to want to click on that video because they want to see that information, what it is about. And then you say that it is about a plant. You've made it to be clear. You've given that curiosity, clarity, and a reason for that video to be clicked upon. Now you could also add something like, what if I told you that this plant is actually more nutritious than, you could mention the other plant, maybe spinach, or that you've seen this flower a million times, but here is the secret power, or this forest hides something your skincare routine doesn't want you to know. You could just add something that would include the 3Cs, which is curiosity, clarity, and when you are able to add these three together, you can be able to attract people's attention, because when they see those captions, they'll be like, wow, I would like to learn more about this video, or I would like to see what this video is about. It will make them to understand that this video that you have put out, it is something that is worth their time. All right, so that is for that part, for nature and health. So I've considered about 4 or 5 niche: the herbal or nature, travel, comedy, and relatable. We've also seen for the there were a lot: lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. There's about 6 of those. So if you are into either of these, hopefully the custom hook ideas I've shared with you would give you sort of an inspiration. So if you're adding them, make sure to include that curiosity to it. Make it to be something that people would want to see. Give them that reason to want to click on that video. Make it to be something that will make them curious. And when you do, remember to always rehydrate, drink water to keep the brain and everything to get itself in order, because this is the engine that helps us out. So when you're thinking through, remember to stay hydrated. And as you're building this, your community, I really hope that you get the best out of it all. So that is for the engaging captions. We've considered a lot as to how captions can help us to grow in our channel. All right, so this session has been a wonderful one. I really enjoyed the time that I had with you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Seriously, the energy that was found in this chat, it was amazing. I really appreciate the fact that whenever I try going live, I see you guys here already with me in this live. It really is encouraging and supporting. And if you're watching this for the first time, hi, I'm Mavi Squats. I share relatable videos and funny skits, and I also share content creation tips, like you can see here, that can help content creators, whether new or already into it, to grow in their journey. And I also share DIY inspired videos, and yeah, there's something coming up. I'm going to share it with you, hopefully in the next live stream. So hopefully it will be out and I'll share it with you. It's related to our DIY stuff, okay? So I'm going to share it with you probably in a new live stream or maybe in the post, depending on when it arrives. So it's like a parcel. We are waiting for it to come. It is on its way, and when it does come, I'll be excited to share you either in a video format or in a post format. So stay tuned for the updates because it is coming really, really soon. All right. So if this live stream today gave you one idea, that is already a win. And if you've been writing it down, kudos to you. I'm really rooting for you guys to make sure with the tips that I'm sharing with you that it will help you in your journey for today. Small wins, they do add up. And before you know it, you'll be able to look back and see how far you've come. So I'll be going live again. I really don't know. Like, it's supposed to be tomorrow because I'm waiting for the parcel to come. So I'm going to be going live again very soon so that I'll be able to share with you plus the new update, more tips that can help you in your creator journey. So bring your questions, bring your experiments. If you've tried any of these custom hook ideas, you can also bring that out as well so that we can all benefit from it. If you're watching the replay, please be sure to also let us know in the comments what you've benefited from it, even if it is one custom hook idea you want to start off with. That is amazing, and I would really, really, really love to see how it turns out for you all. Someone already started her own. That was on a Thursday. She started her own already, and it was an amazing one. I was really happy to see that she had already started it. She did mention in the comments that she was going to start, but I was not sure when because she said she would start soon. But when I saw it, I was so amazed and impressed. So remember everything that we have talked about, the hooks, the caption, the content ideas. It would only work when you try it out. So don't just watch this live stream, go and test it out and see what clicks for you, whether you are into the comedy or relatable or funny skits, or whether you're into lifestyle, nature, beauty and fashion, travel vlogs, whatever that niche is about. Go and test out what we have learned, put it into practice, and let me know how it turns out. You can come back to this live stream, it will be saved, the replay will be saved, and let us know how it turned out for you guys. All right, so for those who are watching, if you've not subscribed, please do subscribe and share this live stream with anyone who this resonates with. Share it with those that would definitely will benefit from it, and do not forget to subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you all next time. So thank you so much for coming. Always stay creative, remain consistent, and remember, you do not need to be perfect. You just need to show up. All right? So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your support, and I would really love to see you all the next time. So thank you, Erema Obi. Thank you so much, Obi Inkem. I really, really appreciate it. Scortunes, I appreciate your coming here too. And thank you so much for everyone coming. Your girl, bye. Squad Anime Series, bye. Obi Inkem, bye. Thank you so much for joining. When this live stream is available for those who may have missed it, I will save the replay so that you can also benefit from it. And for those who may still want to get some other points, because we mentioned about over 10 different hook ideas, whichever one you feel resonates with you, you can come back to this live replay and check them out. So bye, Erma Obiai. Thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate your coming here. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you in the next live stream. All right, so till then, have a wonderful day, and bye bye. Mwah. Let's say see you all till next time.